Hi, today we'll break down a strategy that only a few people use, betting on a single event with several different outcomes at once. It might sound strange, but I'll explain the math behind it now. On the Polymarket platform, a single weather event is often split into several markets. For example, over 32, over 31, over 30. These are three separate markets for the same day, usually. So here it's Thursday, June 18th. If you distribute your bets correctly among them, you sharply increase the chances of hitting a winning outcome without having to guess the exact number. Windy, AccuVisor, Visor, AP, the same tools but a different entry logic. I'll show you with a real example. And I'll also show you how we placed bets on the temperature in London for June 7th. 3 different outcomes. At the same time we won and ended up in profit. So, in total we lost $170, but at the same time we gained $216. That means we're up by $45. This is a test bet, a small one, but it's to show you that even with a small bankroll, you can still place bets on several outcomes of a single event. Let's take tomorrow's bet, June 18th, the highest temperature, and analyze it using windy as well. Here we have London, and the temperature is taken at London City Airport Report Station. Here is this airport, and the logic is the same. We set the point for the 18th, starting with the American model. We run through the temperature for the whole day and see when the peak will be. Here we have the peak at 27 degrees. We can stop here. Comparing with the European temperature, it shows 26 for us. We can also run through it and take a look. Maybe the peaks could differ, but no. The European model shows a maximum temperature of 26 for us. So we move on to AccuWeather, check tomorrow's forecast, and it gives us 27 degrees. Let me remind you about the accuracy of the models, the accuracy of their forecasts on windy. We have the American model, only it provides accuracy 74% forecast accuracy for the American model, 81% for the European. When they agree, our forecast accuracy reaches 90%. Here the American model shows a higher value, the European a bit lower. The European model is more accurate but not by much. Therefore, we'll use other tools to look at detailed statistics for tomorrow. For June 18th, AccuWeather shows us 27 degrees. Last year, AccuWeather also showed the highest temperature. According to our statistics, on this day last year it was also 27 degrees. If we look at the historical data from the Visor API, in general June averages 21 degrees, so this is an abnormal heat wave. We're going to have the same on June 18th. In fact, it shows a peak of 28, so we can set it there. I would bet on 27, 28 and 29 degrees. That is to say, even 29. I wouldn't go for it because it's actually very unlikely. 27 and 26 degrees, because only the Visor API shows 28. Therefore, if we place $100 each on 26 and 27 degrees, for 26 degrees, our odds will be 6. For 27, it's 2.4. So, if we place $100 here and $100 there, and only one bet wins, if the 27 degree bet wins, we'll make a profit of $43. If this bet wins, then we'll have a profit of $430 or around that amount. We did the same thing on June 7th, placed 3 bets on 3 outcomes, and ended up with an overall profit. The bets are small, intentionally, you see, compared to our other bets. Let's open the chart for June 7th. The winning temperature was 19 degrees. Here are our statistics, the percentages. We can see that very few people bet on 18 degrees, and almost no one bet on 17. No one at all bet on higher values. We also analyzed using windy, looked at what fronts are coming, the warm fronts. But here nothing changes for us. Speed, we can check the speed. It's 12 kilometers per hour. So the front is basically just standing still. Because of this, there shouldn't really be any significant changes. As for the AccuVisor system, we can certainly check that option as well for you. The monthly one. For June 7th, AccuVisor shows 19 degrees for us. As I mentioned earlier in previous videos, AccuVisor, according to statistics, provides information with 90% accuracy, so we always trust it. If we open June 7th in London on Visa Rappi, we'll see that here the maximum temperature is 19 degrees. So in total we get most tools are predicting 19 degrees, but when we were betting on the wind, we were guided by the fact that we also had discrepancies between the models. Because of this, we placed 3 bets on 20 and 18. More. This was, so to speak, to strengthen our position in the bet, so that if the bet lost, we wouldn't have any losses, and in any outcome, we would win. The result is simple. One city, one event, several entry points. We already have strategies for betting on a single outcome of one event, but one strategy is never enough for stable earnings. And that's why, while others are either guessing or not, we cover the range and make guessing almost unnecessary. Essentially, Windy gives us the direction, AccuVisor gives us specifics, and Visor AP provides the historical corridor. 3 tools, and now we know not the exact temperature, but a range with an 80% probability. That's enough to enter 2 to 3 markets and come out ahead. Subscribe, and next we'll go over even more strategies and real trades. See ya.